One of the things many entrepreneurs recognize is that it's much easier to swim with the tide with their entrepreneurial venture than to try and row the boat against it. And if there are some major macro trends, as we call them, that can carry your venture along with them and make the sailing easier, that's a much better environment often in which to start a new venture and see it grow. And there's a great example of such a company who rode such a wave, and it's a joint venture in India called Hero Honda, a joint venture between Hero, a bicycle company, and Honda, the motor and now auto car and much bigger company. Hero and Honda got together because they saw a need for mechanized transportation. This is a couple of decades ago, as the middle class in India was beginning to grow, and they saw a need to create two-wheeled transportation. First it was motor scooters, then it was motorcycles, and by following that wave of the economic development of India and watching more people getting put into jobs outside of the home rather than working in subsistence situations, by watching the growth of urban employment, so people were actually traveling to work, by watching the rising incomes, so people could afford to pay for their own transportation instead of riding unreliable or not very pleasant public transportation. By watching all of these trends, Hero Honda rode this wave of development in India and has become the largest two-wheeled transportation company in the world, the biggest motorcycle maker, the biggest scooter maker in the world, and not widely known outside of India, but a fantastic success, in part because they really saw these trends happening. So I advise entrepreneurs to look at what are the different kinds of trends happening in the marketplace that they're seeking to serve. Are there demographic changes that you can ride a wave? Are there social and cultural changes going on that suggest that there will be increasing demand for what you're going to offer in the future? Are there economic changes in interest rates, incomes, things like that suggest there's a wave to ride? Are there natural trends, global warming and things like that? Are there regulatory trends like deregulation, for example, has been a powerful motivator for many entrepreneurs to seize an opportunity as a particular industry gets deregulated in a particular country, and entrepreneurs see that happening, they jump on that wave, and they ride. On the flip side, these waves also can be running against you. So there was an interesting business that started in the United States some years ago that was building a breakfast and lunch restaurant chain. And the idea was that it would be very simple. They wouldn't have to put up with long days in the restaurant business, and they would serve breakfast only and lunch only. And the basis for the menu was eggs, of course, omelets and all kinds of other egg dishes. Well, at the same time, a trend toward concern about cholesterol was happening in the world, and they were pushing against that wave, right? And when you push against that wave, it makes it much harder sailing. That business has survived, but it's struggled almost for all of its history because it's a tough way to sail. So looking around and saying, what are the trends happening here that will affect future demand in my industry is a really important thing for aspiring entrepreneurs to do.